This is Slasher at MLG Vegas 2016. I'm here with coolmatt from Fnatic. After a pretty tough loss, 3-2 against FaZe to be knocked out of the semifinals and the tournament as a whole. Another close series coming down to the wire that's not going your way. What happened in the series?
I think early on we played really well, but just we couldn't execute our strats properly as the match progressed. Made a lot of mechanical mistakes, personal mistakes. I think went into this tournament without being fully prepared. Didn't have that much time to practice this meta. We spent a couple weeks in Europe playing like a different meta entirely, and all of our practice there didn't translate well at all to the NA meta. So we were basically playing this meta with maybe 2 or 3 scrims worth of practice. So just weren't fully prepared.
You played no games at MSI tournament, and there were some issues for the NGE tournament. Did either of those have come into play in terms of practice time?
Oh, definitely. NGE cut into our practice time. There was we didn't always play we started NGE actually with our European meta that we adopted while we were over there and had no success with it, and I think that really contributed to us not being prepared going into this tournament. We wasted so much time over there for almost nothing with the way the tournament went.
I mean, a lot of teams considered FaZe as the dark horse, probably, of the event. I mean, going up against them, they seem to always play better on LAN than they do online. Is that what you experienced in your match just then?
I think they played worse on LAN than they do online. I don't know.
Well, what does that say about you guys then?
Played that bad. That's so.
I mean, what were the things that you're thinking about going through your head in terms of how you guys played where you didn't do as you normally do?
I feel like normally we go into fights with a plan a lot. We plan a lot ahead, and we just couldn't execute our strategies. We weren't following up on the right targets. We weren't killing stuff that was getting hooked. It was mistake after mistake. We even came really close on Ilios, I think, and we threw so many fights away where we had an advantage. We even at one point on Ilios, we picked the Roadhog off the bat 5v6, and they didn't have a big ult advantage, and we still we didn't press our advantage properly. We threw it away. I think that was the theme of that series for us, was just throwing it away.
I mean, it's the second kind of match in a row now, coming off of your finals at DreamHack, where you had a 3-2 series, but you're not able to close it out in the end. Are these type of moments, now that they're coming down in clutch situations, getting in your head at all?
Well, this one hit me a little hard. The other ones, I felt like they were closer. We played better. I'm pretty disappointed in how I played myself, so I'm a little down about it, yeah.
I mean, still coming into this tournament, Envy, no matter time of being late or not, we're probably still considered the favorite. Are you disappointed not only in your individual performance, but the team's performance as well, or are you satisfied with at least getting top 4?
Our expectations weren't that high going into it, even though I'm really I'm pretty depressed anyway, but I'm still proud of how far we made it with the amount of practice that we had.
So to kind of wrap things up, this is your first MLG Vegas event, coolmatt. You got to experience the MLG No Scope 360 experience for yourself. I mean, how has it been for you to see Overwatch Esports kind of grow so dramatically since beginning of closed beta to where we are at the end of 2016?
It's been amazing how fast it's grown. I remember playing in some of the first tournaments for $50 and the first Gosu weeklies, and I mean we all knew that it would grow, but the rate that it's grown is probably unprecedented, and I think it's not going to stop, especially with the league coming up, and that's our main focus right now, is to secure a spot in that league, just so we have that security for a certain amount of time at least. So I think it's really amazing how fast the game actually has grown. It shows how good of a game it is, even though you have a couple problems with the competitive infrastructure here and there. But lost my train of thought.
It's all good. It's all good. I guess I'll just leave you with Envious and FaZe going to be playing right now. I'm going to tell me who's going to win, and then the interview is going to go up later after the game is over. We're going to see if you're smart or not. Most people would say Envious would be that choice. And they, to me, were the best team in the world coming into this event. If they do leave, are they going to continue to be the number one team to go after?
I think they'll still be number one. I think that unless FaZe can really take them off guard with their Genji play, that's like their thing, then Envy's going to win. I know Envy's had a little bit of a period where they haven't been able to practice that much, so I guess there's that wild card is the Genji there for FaZe. So if Shadowburn like goes crazy, then maybe they have a chance, but I think Envy's going to take it.
All right, another one for Envy. Poor Fnatic, never actually going to win that first LAN championship. Thank you, Mr. 69. Follow him on Twitter. Can't have a better handle than you. It's a Slash from MLG Vegas 2016. Stay tuned to Yahoo Esports for coverage all weekend long.